Hi there, let us continue studying the chapter soil. In today's class, let us study about the percolation rate. Suppose I have 2 glasses of water and I spill 1 glass of water in the cemented floor and I spill another glass of water outside in the garden. Now what will happen to both the glasses of water? त्यो water लाई पानीले के हुन्छ एउटा चाहिँ मैले सिमेन्ट को भुइँमा घोप्टाए अर्को चाहिँ मैले बाहिर गएर गार्डन मा घोप्टाए भने के हुन्छ the water that is spilled on the floor it will flow त्यो चाहिँ बग्छ but the water that is spilled outside in the garden in the soil will get absorbed. Okay, so soil ले के गर्दो रहेछ soil absorbs water. Okay, so similarly the rainwater that falls on soil pani पर्छ नि है that falls on soil gets absorbed. So that water will get absorbed by the layers of the soil, different layers of the soil. So that water is absorbed by the various layers of the soil and this is known as percolation. This is known as percolation. भनेको मतलब चाहिँ percolation is the absorption of water by the layers of soil. Like हामी भन्छौं percolation. Now some soils through some soils water percolate faster whilst through some soils water percolate slowly. कोहीबाट चाहिँ पानी छिटो percolate हुन्छ कोहीबाट slowly percolate हुन्छ. Now can you tell me among sandy and clay soil? So suppose there is sandy soil and there is clay soil. यो दुईटामा which among these two will the water percolate faster? कुन चाहिँबाट छिटो absorb हुन्छ होला water? Through the sandy soil. Kina sandy soil बाट? Last time we studied that sandy soil have large particles and there are spaces in between those particles. So water will pass through that spaces easily. So through sandy soil water percolates faster whereas through clay soil water percolates slowly. Okay. So we can calculate the percolation rate. We can calculate the percolation rate by using the formula. एउटा formula छ. Okay, we can calculate the rate of percolation. Using the formula. कुन चाहिँ formula use गरेर भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ percolation rate को unit छ milliliter by minute per minute. Okay, is equals to the amount of water that is in milliliter divided by the percolation time that is in minute. Okay, so यस्तो पाराले we can calculate the percolation rate. है अब यो formula use गरेर let us calculate the percolation rate. त्यसको लागि I will write down one question and let us find out the percolation rate of that soil. Okay, question के रहेछ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ suppose for a certain sample it took 20 minutes for 200 milliliter of water to percolate. Calculate the percolation rate. Calculate the percolation rate. So यो question लाई solve गर्नु पर्यो. So त्यसको लागि के find out गर्नु भनेको छ percolation rate. अनि अब First ma हामीलाई question मा what is given, first we have to write down. So time is given, time, that is percolation time. Okay, percolation time is given, so let us write down percolation time given is percolation time, that is equals to how much? 20 minutes. And amount of water is also given, that is 200 milliliter. So we have to calculate the percolation rate. So percolation rate is equals to amount of water divided by the percolation time. So this was the formula. So amount of water, how much is the amount of water? 200 milliliter. What is the percolation time? 20 minutes. So simplify गर्दा 0 0 cancel हुन्छ, 2 into 10 is 20. So कति भयो? 10 milliliter per minute. Okay, so यस्तो पाराले the percolation rate can be calculated. Okay, अब पढौं next subtopic, that is moisture in soil. What do you understand by moisture? Moisture means pani. Okay, so soil contains water and that is known as moisture. So now, have you ever passed through a farmland on a hot sunny day? So if you have passed, perhaps you have noticed that the land above the about that farm is shimmering. अथवा त्यो ल्यान्ड को माथिपट्टि जुन चाहिँ हावा छ त्यो चाहिँ टल्किरहेको जस्तो हुन्छ, शिमर गरिरहेको हुन्छ नि है. Why? Do you know why? Because soil contains water and that water gets evaporated, vapor ma convert huncha. That vapor reflects the sunlight and then the air seems to shimmer. त्यो vapor ले जब sunlight reflect गर्छ अनि त टल्केको जस्तो देख्छ. अब vapor चाहिँ कहाँबाट आयो त? soil मा. कसरी आयो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ you know that soil has spaces in between them. Soil को particles मा spaces हुन्छ. Between the particles, and that spaces is filled with water and air. Okay, soil has spaces in between the particles and these spaces contain water. So when water छ त्यो space भित्र, so when sunlight falls on that water gets converted into vapor. So यहाँनिर के भन्यो? That means thus soil contains moisture in it. So moisture चाहिँ soil भित्र हुन्छ. Moisture means the water in it. Okay. Next is the absorption of water. Now already हामीले पढे नि यो भन्दा अगाडि percolation rate पढ्दाखेरि that soil absorbs water. Different layer of soil absorbs water, but there are different kinds of soils भनेर पनि पढ्यो last class मा. Okay, there are different kinds of soil. So different kinds of soil absorb different amount of water. Okay, absorb different amount of water. सबै सोइलले बराबरै पानी एब्जर्ब गर्दैन नि. डिफरेन्ट सोइलले डिफरेन्ट अमाउन्ट अफ वाटर एब्जर्ब गर्छ. Okay, so we studied how many types of soil are there? In the last class we studied there are 3 types of soil. के sandy, clay and loamy. So out of these 3 layers कुन चाहिँले सबसे ज्यादा पानी एब्जर्ब गर्छ होला? भन्नुस् त? Clayey soil. Clayey soil absorbs most water. Least water absorb गर्ने चाहिँ sandy soil. सबभन्दा कम्ती चाहिँ sandy soil ले absorb गर्छ. Why clay soil absorbs most water? Because the spaces between the clay soil is small. एकदमै बेसी के रे small भएको कारणले गर्दा त्यो भित्र पानी मजाले अडिएर बस्छ. most water. Okay. Now let us move on to another subtopic, that is soil and crops. Now you know soil is important for the growth of plants. Soil chaina bhane plants cannot grow. And so what kind of crops grow in what kind of soil? We'll discuss about that. That is soil and crops. So different kinds of crops need specific types of soil. Okay, different kinds of crop need specific type of soil. All crops grow very well in loamy soil, but loamy soil is not found everywhere, right? Crops चाहिँ प्राय जस्तो किन loamy soil is the best soil for growing crops भनेर पढेको थियो. So most crops grow well in loamy soil. Well in loamy soil. तर loamy soil चाहिँ it is not found everywhere. So in places where there are sandy soil and clay soil, farmers grow such crops that can adapt in that soil है. अब त्यस्तो जग्गामा चाहिँ फार्मर्सले कस्तो खालके क्रप ग्रो गर्छ भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ जो चाहिँ त्यो सैन्डी सोइलमा मजाले ग्रो गर्न सक्छ या त क्ले सोइलमा मजाले ग्रो गर्न सक्छ त्यस्तो खालके क्रप्सहरु उहाँले रोप्नुहुन्छ. ओके, जस्तो फर एक्जाम्पल rice and wheat need soil that can absorb more water. That can absorb more water. Okay, rice र wheat चाहिँ यस्तो soil चाहिन्छ जसले पानी मजाले absorb गर्नु सक्छ. फेरि pulses grow in soil that can absorb water as well as drain it easily. भनेको पानी पनि absorb पनि गर्नु पर्यो, त्यसले सजिलै छोड्नु पनि पर्यो. Okay, and then cotton, जस्तो कटनहरु चाहिँ grow in soil that drain water easily. So यस्तो पाराले different cropsहरुलाई चाहिँ specific kind of soil लाग्छ. So for home assignment तपाईले गर्नुस् कि I'll give you one question. Name the crops that name the type of soil. Okay, name the type of soil in which the following crops grow. कुन चाहिँ सोइलमा चाहिँ यो क्रप्सहरु ग्रो गर्छ? फर्स्टमा ए मा छ राइस, बी मा छ दाल, सी मा छ कटन, डी मा छ क्याक्टस. ओके, यो प्लान्ट्सहरु कस्तो खालके सोइलमा गर्छ, ग्रो गर्छ? You have to solve it. Okay, now next subtopic is soil pollution. Soil pollution त अस्ति हामीले अलिकति पढेको छ when we studied about plastics, when we studied about pesticides and all. So let us define what is soil pollution. Soil pollution भनेको के रहेछ? Soil pollution. Okay, when soil contains large amount of harmful chemicals. Okay, harmful chemicals that is dangerous for human health and environment. Is known as soil pollution. So जब soil मा एकदमै ज्यादा मात्रामा हार्मफुल केमिकल्सहरू हुन्छ है। अन्त त्यो हार्मफुल केमिकल्सले ह्युमनको हेल्थलाई ह्याम्पर गर्छ अनि त्यहाँदेखि इभन द एन्भाइरोमेन्टलाई नोक्सान पुर्याउँछ भने चाहिँ त्यसलाई चाहिँ सोइल पोल्युसन भन्छ हो। सोइल पोल्युसन occurs in two ways. दुई तरिकाले सोइल पोल्युसन हुन्छ। एउटा सोइल पोल्युसन हुने तरिका चाहिँ छ natural way, natural cause. Okay, natural cause ma volcanic eruptions, there can be volcanoes, okay, that will cause soil soil pollution. है volcanic eruptions भयो, त्यहाँदेखि आउँछ earthquakes, tsunamis, earthquakes, etc. They can cause earthquakes. I'll write it over here. Right? Earthquakes, etc. These are the natural causes that cause soil pollution. किनभने volcanic eruptions हुँदाखेरि कतिवटा त्यो मुनिबाट चाहिँ लाभा निक्लिन्छ. That lava can pollute the soil. जस्तै सुनामी हुँदाखेरि सोइलबाट ओसनबाट कतिवटा हार्मफुल चिजहरू आएर त्यहाँ सोइलमा फ्याँकिन्छ. सो त्यसले गर्दाखेरि पनि सोइल पोल्युसन हुन्छ. और अर्थक्वेक क्यान अल्सो कज सोइल पोल्युसन. सेकेन्ड इज म्यान मेड, मान्छेले गर्दा. विशेष त सोइल पोल्युसन नेचुरल कजेसले कम्ती हुन्छ. म्यान मेड कजेस दे क्यान कज अ लट अफ पोल्युसन. ओके, सो केले गर्दाखेरि हुन्छ भन्दा चाहिँ human activities like improper disposal of wastes. कोही बेला हामी properly we do not throw wastes, we throw it everywhere. Improper disposal of waste, that causes soil pollution. Next is sewage emptied in lands. कोही बेला टोयलेटको सबै मैला हामी ल्यान्डमा फ्याँकिदिने गर्छौं है. त्यहाँदेखि we also use excessive fertilizers or pesticides in the field. Pesticides in the farms also causes pollution. And when we throw plastics in the soil, that will also cause soil pollution. The soil pollution is not good. Okay, soil pollution causes diseases in human beings. It harms the environment. Okay, bhanihalyo. So it does not allow plants to grow. Right? Soil pollution does not allow plants to grow, and it also kills many useful organisms of soil है. त्यहाँदेखि अरु के हुन्छ, it causes diseases in human beings. Not only in human beings, but it also causes diseases in plants. It also causes diseases in animals. So soil pollution should be prevented. Okay. Now last subtopic of this chapter is soil erosion. Okay. Erosion. Now, the land surface of the top or the top layer of the soil can be removed, okay, and that removal is known as soil erosion. The removal of land surface or top layer of the soil is known as soil erosion by soil कसले remove गर्छ भन्दा चाहिँ by the action of wind, water or ice. Okay, is known as soil erosion. So जब top layer of the soil चाहिँ remove हुन्छ कसले गर्दा wind, water र ice ले गर्दा भने चाहिँ त्यसलाई चाहिँ soil erosion भनिन्छ. Now as you know, plants they grow in the soil, so the roots of the plants they hold the soil firmly. Okay, so plants roots or plant roots hold the soil firmly hold the soil. So if the plants are absent, what will happen? So if the plants are absent, plants छैन भने what will happen to the soil? Absent, soil becomes loose and erosion takes place. Soil erosion takes place. किनभने प्लान्टको जराले पो मजाले पक्रेर राखेको हुन्छ त सोइललाई. प्लान्ट छैन भने के हुन्छ? इरोजन भइहाल्छ. Okay? So if erosion takes place in excess, then the land can also become desert. Desert भनेको कस्तो जग्गा हो जहाँनिर plants grow गर्नु सक्दैन. अब अघि भनिहाल्यो इरोजनमा top layer of the soil is washed away. उडाइदिन्छ या त wash गरिन्छ. So त्यो top layer in the soil profile, last class we studied that the top layer of the soil contains humus, which is very useful or which is very fertile for the growth of plants. अन्त त्यो नै उडाएर लग्यो बगाएर लग्यो भने चाहिँ के हुन्छ के अरे त्यहाँनिर plants grow गर्नु सक्दैन. अन्त plants grow गरेन भने त्यो जग्गालाई हामी desert भन्छ. So when excessive soil erosion takes place, the land can even become a desert. Okay, when excessive erosion takes place, the land can become a desert. So is soil erosion good? No, it is not good. So it has to be prevented or it has to be stopped. So we can stop soil erosion कसरी? Plants ले hold गरेर राख्छ भन्दैछ नि त. So we have to plant trees and we have to stop cutting the plants. Okay, so hence soil erosion can be stopped by planting trees. Cutting of trees should be banned. Okay, so cutting of trees पनि गर्नु हुँदैन अनि we should also plant trees. With this we've come to the end of the chapter soil.